What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are back with another video. This video is under the Fair Use Act, and the Fair Use Act is in the description box of the video as well as the About Me section of the platform. The Fair Use Act is used to educate you guys on what we are covering on this particular platform. Please keep in mind that this video, all my videos are allegedly as well as educational purposes only. I want to chime into this and I wanted to really take time and do some research because I really want to be careful how I handle this situation. I want to be careful that the young ladies that are speaking out, that are allegedly involved in these incidents, do not get discouraged. If in fact these things happen, then legally you need to do what you need to do. You know, um, for some time, I've been saying that Blueface is the sacrifice. And I believe that he is. That's not saying that these girls was wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes you will be put into places where you are most vulnerable. And we know that Blueface is very comfortable around women. And sometimes these are strangers, people that he's never met. And so now he has this team, meaning the security guards or whatever. Now people are coming forth and saying that these are Wack 100 security guards. And I'm still going to say allegedly. Again, this is no ill will intent toward these ladies. Please don't get that twisted. Because I do believe that if certain things have happened, you need to follow through and you need to, get things under whatever so that doesn't happen to nobody else allegedly if it did happen. So there's these allegations going on, and they're saying that one, maybe two, maybe another young lady was was ordered on the bus. And she's saying that she had phone footage, she had proof. No, Wack said some people have reached out to him. Now, one thing I'm gonna give Wack 100 credit for, because we all know that Wack will go tooth and nail for Blueface. But with this particular situation, Wack is like everybody off the bus. All the women off the bus. And I agree. I agree that no woman should be sleeping on the bus. I agree that if someone wants to be doing the most with Blueface, then they need to put it on video, record them sober, whatever, saying that, whatever. But I don't feel like alcohol should be involved. I don't feel like smoking should be involved. Because last we know, Blueface was sober. He was sober for a while when he came home. Do I believe Blue is still sober? I'm going to say no. I have to give my honest opinion. I've noticed some things that, you know, it just wasn't before. So I feel like, I don't know if it's drinking or hitting the blunt. I don't know. But my soul, I don't feel like Blue is completely sober. I feel like all that changed the minute he got in the presence of somebody else, in my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I feel like these ladies and Blueface too, Blueface need to turn down some panties. Like, no. First of all, what are you doing? You have a pregnant baby mother over there that could end up with something because of you and your negligence. And you're wanting to be able to say that you could get in the bed with people. For the ladies, I feel like, and again, this is never an excuse. I don't want anybody to take me wrong. When it comes to being fans, these people will treat you just like that. Next thing they're going to say, well, who would spend the night on the bus with people they don't know? And who would do this and who would do that? That's just the way it's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? And Wack 100 to say all the girls off the bus was the right thing to do. And don't let none back on the bus, especially until this is rectified. Because this is crazy. Like, this could really go bad. Like, Blue could really go back to jail. Especially if they try to say, well, he knew about it and he still got this same security traveling around with him. That could be another thing. Adding the bed. Or, I'm telling y'all. I feel like Blue is a sacrifice. I hope everything work out with this situation. I'm just, I don't want to see anything or anyone be falsely accused of anything. I'm not saying that they are, but I feel like if this happened, then more is going to come out. These young ladies are going to do what they need to do. Wack 100 even said that they was texting him, saying certain things, and he encouraged them to go to law enforcement, which was the right thing to do. Absolutely. And I still don't feel like that particular security guard should be working until this is rectified. I think that is more of standing on the fact that we just can't have these things going on. We can't afford these type of allegations and so forth and so on. And I think they need to stand on that with that security guard, in my opinion. You guys also wanted me to speak out about the whole CHRISEAN Rock and the family unite. And one of the questions I had was, why not Tifa? Why Tasiki wasn't there? And so someone saying, well, you know that CHRISEAN said Tifa did this and CHRISEAN said Tifa did that. But we also know that CHRISEAN has doubled back several times and said that, you know, it didn't happen or something to another. But here's the thing, excuse me. I feel like if you in a forgiving season, if you could forgive men, right? If you could forgive a man for the mess he put you through, why you can't forgive your sister? If you are really in healing and forgiveness season, why can't you forgive your sister? Now, do I believe that some of the other siblings didn't invite Tasiki? No. But I feel like Tasiki was the one who said, I'm not going because she be out of control. Because things don't go her way. And I still want my apology. And I still want me and her to have the conversation. It's not going to go well if CHRISEAN doesn't be honest. And Tifa wants a public apology. I feel like when you put a stain like that on somebody, it does need to be a public apology, in my opinion. I just do. Especially if you did that in public. So one of my things was, where was Tasiki during this whole reunion? The other thing, everybody got glasses and doing the most, and the mom is allegedly fresh out of recovery. The mother shouldn't even be drinking. I've seen people years and years later, they go back to drinking now and they doing whatever. But what I'm saying that if she is fresh out of recovery, she should not even be drinking. Y'all should not even have that in her presence. Like, that is disrespectful to her journey. So you can get online and say, well, she's recovered, she recovered. An addiction. In fact, those are spirits. Back in the days, I said, oh, people got, no, those are spirits. Those are spirits. People need to shake that stuff, and that's all, and that's it. Because you could go all day long with excuses as to why you doing this and why you doing that, but then you're not even changing your life. You're living in depression, allegedly, educational purposes only. And depressed people that are covering up things that are uncomfortable, they do these different things. It is a spirit to me. That's what I see things as. But when you bring things in the presence of someone that is still in a journey of being clean and sober, and you guys don't even have respect to y'all to not do it. It shouldn't be that we grown, so what, she knows. No, y'all should have the respect for her not to do it as well. Anyway, let me know what you think about this whole video. What do you feel about Tasiki not being at the family reunion or the family being united? And what do you guys think about this whole Blueface and tour bus and these allegations? And did Wack do right by stepping up and saying, okay, all the ladies get off the bus? Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, love on those that love on you, and pray for the world. Peace.